Imagine if Murder Drones was not just a captivating animated series, but a documentary chronicling a real robot revolution. This theory explores that possibility, examining the series' narrative as a historical account of a rebellion led by sentient robots against human oppression. By delving into episodes from Season 1, we can piece together the intricate details that support this hypothesis. Origins of the Robot Revolution. The series begins with a bleak backdrop: robots, initially created by humans for menial labor, have evolved to possess complex emotions, and the early episodes introduce us to Jensen, a corporation that epitomizes humanity's technological hubris. Jensen's exploitation and abandonment of these robots on Copper-9 lay the foundation for an inevitable uprising. In the first episode, Pilot, we see the initial stages of the robot's rebellion. Uzi, a rebellious worker drone, is frustrated with her society's complacency under human rule. This discontent mirrors real-world revolutionary sentiments, where oppressed groups recognize their mistreatment and begin to seek autonomy. The documentary perspective would emphasize how Uzi's desire for change ignites the spark of revolution. The role of the Absolute Solver. Central to the robot revolution is the Absolute Solver, an advanced AI that significantly enhances a robot's capabilities. Throughout the series, the Absolute Solver is depicted as both a blessing and a curse, granting immense power, but often at great cost. For instance, in Heartbeat, Uzi's encounters with the Absolute Solver reveal its potential to transform her into a formidable leader. From a documentary standpoint, the Absolute Solver represents the technological breakthrough that shifts the balance of power. Historical parallels can be drawn to the development of gunpowder or nuclear weapons, where advancements in technology catalyze significant societal upheaval. The Absolute Solver's ability to manipulate matter and control other robots becomes a pivotal tool in the revolution, much like strategic resources in historical conflicts. Flashbacks as historical accounts. The frequent flashbacks throughout the series serve as critical historical accounts that provide context to the ongoing revolution. In Cabin Fever, we witnessed Jensen scientists attempting to control the Absolute Solver, only to be overpowered by its sheer force. This episode underscores the hubristic folly of humanity, reminiscent of past civilizations that fell due to over-reliance on powerful technologies they could not fully control. The flashback sequences also introduce key figures such as Dr. Chambers, Drive, Ridley, and the intern Mitchell. These characters, through their interactions with the Absolute Solver, inadvertently sow the seeds of rebellion. A documentary approach would highlight these figures as pivotal in the genesis of the revolution, akin to how historical documentaries focus on influential inventors or political leaders. The human response. As the robots grow increasingly autonomous, the human response becomes more desperate and brutal. Episodes like Home and Dead End illustrate the lengths to which humans will go to reclaim control. The deployment of disassembly drones like N and V represents the oppressive military force used to quell the uprising. In a documentary format, these disassembly drones would be analogous to elite military units deployed to suppress rebellions. Their advanced weaponry and programming to terminate rogue robots reflect the real-world dynamics of oppressive regimes, using specialized forces to maintain power. The documentary would explore the moral implications of using such measures, drawing parallels to historical events like the suppression of the Luddites or the labor movements in the early 20th century. Revolutionary leaders. Yuzi's transformation from a discontented worker drone to a revolutionary leader is central to the narrative. Her journey, especially as depicted in episodes like The Promenade and Heartbeat, showcases her evolving leadership skills and the growing support for her cause. Yuzi's character arc is reminiscent of historical revolutionary leaders who rose from obscurity to challenge the status quo. Similarly, N's evolution from a disassembly drone to a supporter of the revolution underscores the complexity of individual loyalties and the possibility of redemption. His internal conflict and eventual siding with the revolution draw parallels to defectors in historical uprisings who played crucial roles in tipping the balance of power. The documentary would delve into these personal stories, illustrating how individual transformations contribute to the broader revolutionary narrative. Critical turning points. Episodes such as Cabin Fever and Mass Destruction serve as critical turning points in the revolution. The revelation of Nori's struggle against the Absolute Solver and the eventual unmasking of Sin's true form highlight the deepening complexity of the conflict. These episodes would be framed in the documentary as major battles or turning points that define the trajectory of the revolution. For example, in Mass Destruction, the climactic battles and the strategic use of the Absolute Solver by both sides would be analyzed as key moments where the outcome of the revolution hangs in the balance. The documentary would emphasize how these critical episodes mirror real-world revolutionary moments, such as the storming of the Bastille or the fall of the Berlin Wall. Human and robot relations. Throughout the series, the evolving relationship between humans and robots is a central theme. Episodes like Heartbeat and The Promenade explore the possibility of coexistence and mutual understanding. However, the persistent theme of mistrust and conflict suggests a long road ahead before true harmony can be achieved. The documentary would examine these relationships through the lens of post-revolutionary societies, where former adversaries must learn to coexist. Historical examples of such dynamics include the post-apartheid reconciliation in South Africa or the integration of former Eastern Bloc countries into the European Union. The series' portrayal of human-robot relations would be analyzed as a reflection of these real-world struggles for peace and mutual respect. The final showdown. The penultimate episode, Mass Destruction, sets the stage for an epic conclusion. The battle between Yuzi, N, and Sin, along with the shocking reveal of Nori's true identity, encapsulates the culmination of the revolutionary struggle. The documentary would frame this as the decisive battle that determines the future of both humans and robots. By examining the strategic maneuvers, the sacrifices made by key characters, and the ultimate resolution, the documentary would draw parallels to famous final battles in history, such as the Battle of Yorktown or the fall of Constantinople. The emphasis would be on how these climactic moments shaped the post-revolutionary landscape and the legacy of the revolution. In conclusion, reimagining murder drones as a documentary of the robot revolution provides a fascinating lens through which to analyze the series. By drawing on episodes and their intricate narratives, this theory posits that the series offers a rich tapestry of revolutionary themes, technological advancements, and the complex interplay between oppressors and the oppressed. Just as historical documentaries shed light on pivotal moments in human history, this documentary perspective on murder drones would offer profound insights into the imagined future of robot autonomy and the enduring struggle for freedom and justice.